me as well as you can tell me. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So, what Selenium is and why do you want to learn Selenium are the key points. Before that, I will compare Selenium with other tools. What is an automation tool? Why do you need to learn it? What is automation? Any basic idea in your own terms? In simple words, you can say automation and why do we do that?
To reduce human effort, and second is to if there is a thing like the feature is always stable. So in those kind of things, instead of doing every time manual effort, once you design the flow test script, run it always whenever you require. So
Right.
I would say indirectly human effort can be reduced. So at the same time,
Sure.
parallelly we can execute both the things like manual at the same time automation things.
Right. So, what you said is absolutely right. The thing is, okay, you taught ruling more technical terms. I thought you would be able to, in a more simpler thing. Okay.
Yeah.
What I meant is, whatever you see and do things, or if you're observing the application manually by by giving the input manually and observing the output also manually, that's manual testing. Okay, you only give the input and you only observe the output manually. So automation is the inputs and outputs. Inputs will be given by a tool and outputs also will be observed by a tool. And you do the analysis at the end. So you take the help of a tool to automate the application by giving the inputs automatically and observing the outputs also automatically through some tool. Okay. So why
Yeah.
do we do the automation? As you said, to reduce the manual effort and do and have more of the already designed things so that we can run it as and when required, which reduces or which makes it faster for our execution. Okay, which one is most important, manual testing or automation testing?
Yeah, depends on the situation. If the feature is stable, then we can go for automation. If the feature is like a new, then we should not go for automation at all. Because manually we can go
I would say, or I'll always say, manual testing is more important because without manual testing there is no automation. Unless you do manual testing, you can't do automation. That's the first point.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first phase of automation is always manual testing. Then the second phase would, okay. Having spoken about automation and manual testing, I'll tell you that there are two tools in the market. This is a commercial tool. You heard of it? QTP, Quick Test Professional.
Yes, I heard.
Selenium. So over the years, QTP used to be the most efficient and uh, marketly in the market. It used to be the most. I should say, it used to occupy the market like anything. Whereas Selenium is growing and it is overcoming QTP. Why QTP was so important and what are the differences? I first compare the differences between these two tools because these are the major market headers in testing, software testing, and what we are going to learn is always I'm talking about is functional testing. Okay, I'm not talking about anything else during our two automation tools. It's all functional testing that I'll be talking about the tools part. What is functional testing? Yeah, I'm
The
asking a question.
functional behavior of, yeah, one application is there. It should be have one functionality, right? So to be tested that we have to go for functional testing, right? I would say, for example, Facebook is there. In this one, uploading one image or downloading one image, it's one function. So to do
Right.
that, whether it is working fine, we have to be tested. Yeah. So this is one example for functionality of any application.
Right.
That could be anything. Yes.
Right. So some client or somebody is giving us some baseline or a requirement. Based on that, are we able to do the same thing whatever he is expecting from our application or not? If you're testing that, that is functional testing. QDP and Selenium both are functional testing tools, and I'll because these are the market leading tools, I'll explain you the differences first. Then I'll tell you what Selenium is. Okay? So QDP is a commercial tool, and whereas Selenium is an open source tool. Any idea what is open source?
Uh, I would say you don't need to pay any license for that. Like in case of QTP,
Sorry,
you have the
suddenly your
license.
voice is getting low and suddenly
Eh,
it's getting up.
Yes, sir. Open source in the sense you don't need to pay the money, just download it and use it however you need it. But
Right.
if there is in between if any problem, you have to be take care about that. In case of
Yeah,
QTP, it's
free for
a
use.
license-based tool. Yeah. In case of QTP, it's a license-based tool. So you have to pay the money to get it.
Right. It's a commercial tool or proprietary tool, QTP, license based, and Selenium is an open source tool, free for use. Actually, open source means not only free for downloading and using. Actual meaning of open source is the source is open, which means
Yeah.
whatever source code Selenium has, all the source code is open, which means if you have an idea or if you have the knowledge and of changing the code or updating the code, you can also update Selenium and release a new version of Selenium.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there are actually there are a lot of open source softwares. I'll give you an example. You have this Linux operating system. You have an idea?
Yes.
Linux operating system. Linux operating
Yes.
system has one proprietary or one commercial flavor and one open source flavor. Actual Linux is open source only. This Red Hat company, they have added some features and removed some features and they made it into their own flavor. They are selling it. And you have one open source flavor which is updated from Linux. That is Ubuntu. Red Hat Ubuntu. So this is a usually in mobiles operating system. This is they give a commercial support. They sell it commercially. So if you have an idea of how to update, you can also update Selenium and you can sell it. Nobody can stop you. Okay. So open source softwares are those which can be updated if you have an idea. So the code, whatever the code they are writing, that code also is open for everyone. That means open source. So having told about that, QTP is very costly actually, very costly. I'm not sure about US dollars or anything. In Indian rupees, talk about one QTP license is approximately, I believe, 10 to 12 lakhs per year. Okay, one license per year is 10 to 12 lakhs. So I think some small projects can be done within that time and money, isn't it? So
Yeah,
people are
that's
looking.
correct.
people are looking for alternatives. So Selenium is one such alternative which is so important and so great. For the difference, this is open source and that is license based. QTP can be used only in Windows. Okay, Selenium can be used in all operating systems. You can use it in Windows, Unix, Linux, Mac, anything. Okay. If you have QTP, then you can use only one language. VB script is the only language which has to be used in QTP. In Selenium, if you are using Selenium, if you have any of those languages idea, you can use. Languages. Any idea of any of these languages, you can use Selenium in that language. QTP majorly uses only one browser. Internet Explorer. If you are using Selenium, you can use all browsers. Mostly, most popular browsers. Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, all these browsers you can use. The minus point with Selenium is only web applications you can test. Here, if it is QTP, web applications and Windows based, which means desktop based. Something like CBEL application or SAP application. Okay. PeopleSoft application. They can't be tested in Selenium. They can be tested in QTP. But usually people don't use QTP for that. They use mostly manual testing only for SAP testing or for PeopleSoft testing or anything. Now, because Selenium is only for web application testing, there is a plus point for Selenium, I believe. Why? Because let's say you are launching your own business now. Okay, you want people to come to your own home or your own office and buy the things, or you want people to buy from anywhere in the world. If I'm launching my own business, then I want people to buy from anywhere in the world because I'll have exposure. I'll get business, I'll get money from all over the world. Which means I have to go web. I have to launch my own website. So, web applications have the potential of grabbing more business, which means every day new and new web applications are being developed, which means you have more plus points for Selenium to be used.
correct. Yeah, please. And one doubt I have here. Here we have many languages for writing scripts in Selenium, right? So I heard like Java is using more compared to other languages. Why
Yeah,
it is so?
90% of the people in the world use Java for Selenium. So we will also use Java for Selenium.
Yeah, Java they are using
On my
now
career of
most of the time. Why not other languages compared to Java? That is what my question here. Why it is so?
Java is
You
the
got
most
my point, right?
predominant. If you see any application, yeah, I understood your doubt. Why
Yeah,
Java
yeah,
is used that much compared with other languages?
yeah. Yes.
One thing, because the other languages are not that prominent or not that known, popular, not that popular. If you have an
Okay.
idea, if you know what, if any of you know, Ruby, Python are also used for web development.
Yes.
Many times know that Python and Ruby are used for web development. Are they so popular? But
Python is
everyone knows.
now it is for yes, yes.
But everyone knows Java
Now it
is used for web development.
yes.
One thing is
Okay,
lack of
fine.
skill, because very less people are available for usage also is one reason.
Okay.
Let's say you're establishing one factory, and you have your own choice of things, either to take people who know something or some other thing. Two types. You will try to take people who are available more, because you will get less for less manpower, for less cheaper manpower you'll get, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's the reason, that one reason Java is used. That's one reason why other languages are not used. It is very difficult for people to get other people specs on other languages who use Selenium. There are companies which use Ruby and C Sharp also for Selenium. I I personally visited some companies.
Okay.
Two companies in Bangalore use
Another
C Sharp.
yeah.
One or two companies which I know are using Ruby. Python and Perl are PHP are very less. I haven't heard of any of them. These are actually
Okay.
scripting languages. Perl, Python, and PHP. These are scripting languages. So if it is better that you have a full programming language to use for Selenium instead of any script language for you to use.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the difference between programming language and a scripting language. You have two things. Programming language is something in which you can develop anything. Scripting language is used. Scripting language is like a subset of programming language. In scripting language, you can make small things, ready-made things, and wherever you want to use, you can use. Something like a
Uh, l-
for booting your system, you
yeah.
have some scripting language uh, program, which is a subset of programming language. If you want to make the operating system as a whole, you can use programming language. Okay, are you able to understand?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you mean to say, for example, to build one OS, you need one programming language, right? And
Yeah.
to build one thing like shut down the machine, correct,
Hmm.
right? Or restart the machine. So it's one
Yeah.
functionality over there.
Right.
So for that you need a scripting language.
Yeah.
So to build
For
an entire
small
system,
things,
you
for,
require
for
Yeah.
For small tasks, for tasks, individual task, you will use scripting language, because in scripting language it is easy to write. You will not have
Okay. Uh-huh.
difficulty of writing programs in scripting language. If it is programming
Okay.
language,
And yes, C language is scripting or programming language.
C is a programming language.
But
JavaScript,
somewhere I have, yeah, at some places I have seen like C is a scripting language.
no, no,
So that's the
C
reason
is a
I have.
programming language. Best
Yes.
programming
Okay.
language is
Yes. Yes.
JavaScript,
Usually,
PHP,
yeah.
Perl.
Usually, yes. Yes. Yes.
These are scripting languages. In
Yeah.
Perl, in
Okay.
Ruby, you can do scripting as well as you can do programming. If you have a programming language, from that you can do scripting also. But if you have a scripting language, you can't do programming from that. Okay, it is
Mm-hmm.
altogether a different subject. Just go through. I told you the basic idea. If you want elaboration, just go through that part. Okay, what we are going to use is most probably people use programming language instead of scripting language for using Selenium. That suits better, because when you have a framework, we use frameworks in automation. Okay, you have something called a
Yeah.
framework, which will drive all your automation scripts, which will drive all your automation test cases. So for writing frameworks like that, it is always better. People people prefer using programming language or scripting language. That is the reason they use Java or C Sharp more than
Okay.
other PHP or Python like that. Even
Okay.
as far as I've seen, 80% of people in the whole world use Java for Selenium.
Yes.
Only the remaining
That's correct.
20% people use the remaining languages.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is about the differences between both the tools and some basic advantages of Selenium. Now, what Selenium actually is, I'll talk about. Mm, let's see. Open source, multiple operating systems, multiple languages, multiple browsers, web applications. Fine. Now I will talk about Selenium as a whole. Selenium actually is not a single tool. Okay, if you QTP is one tool. If you download and see the basic tool, QTP will be a single tool. QTP, but Selenium is not a single tool. What I mean by single tool is, at the same place you can write your program, or you can run all changes, everything at one place you can do in QTP.
Like IDE,
Selenium is
you mean
not
to
like
say.
that.
Like you mean
Only
to
one.
say integrated development environment, right?
Yeah, IDE.
Yeah.
One IDE. QTP is one IDE.
Yeah. Okay.
Selenium is not like that. Selenium has three components. First one is IDE. Second one is WebDriver. Third one is Grid. IDE is for recording playback, which can be used for small smoke tests. Like, what is recording playback? I'll show you. WebDriver is the grid part. You use WebDriver for scripting or auditing your programs or test cases automation. Grid is for distributed testing. What is recording playback? The way that you speak whatever can be recorded in a tape recorder or in anything, the same way, whatever test steps you work on an application can be recorded and can be played back. Which means something like one second.
Can you show me with those examples? Is it possible to you? Hello?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So what I meant to say is, you have some gmail.com. I go to gmail.com, give username, password, click on submit button. The same steps can be recorded, can be played back as many times as possible. One second.
For play and back it, I mean, for video recording and all, we will have some tools, right? Like,
Okay, this is Selenium ID. This is how it looks like. This is the recording button. I click on this record. I say sign in. I give username. Click on next. Okay, I gave wrong username, so it is in just like this. So those 4 steps, I go to some other page in this browser. I'll run this. This is for running. I'll run that. Let's see. It is going to Gmail page and typing and clicking on that. So whatever steps I perform manually, I'm able to record them and run them. Fine.
yes.
That's Java 5D. So I'll ask you one question. When I have a recording playback tool, what is the need for scripting tool or writing programming? Any guess?
Hey, Eric, sorry, I didn't get you. Can you please once again?
I can, whatever I do manually, test cases, all those I can record.
Yeah.
What is the need for
Yes.
programs?
Manually, you are recording only just, but you will not be executed second time also, right? Simply you can view it, what you have done using the tool. But scripting is like, once you write it, you can run the same manual test case how many times you want to be.
No, this also, I'm recording once, the same thing as many times as possible I can run. See.
Okay, understood. Yeah. Yes, here it is like you will be running the script, but in case of manual, you will be just recording the video. But when you want to do second time also, you have to go back again and do the same thing only, right?
I didn't understand. Second time or first
manual
time?
testing in the sense?
I'm recording once.
Yeah.
And how many times I want, I can run.
Even Selenium ID, you mean to say, right?
Yes. 100 times I want to run, I can run. I am recording only once.
Okay.
So what is the advantage or disadvantage with this and advantage with scripting? What is the need actually? If I need any changes, okay, let's say here I am getting only one username. If I want to try test with 100 different usernames,
Okay.
100 times I have to record. Yes. Instead of only once I will record, I will put all the tests, all the usernames in an Excel sheet. Okay, I'll write one script and I'll put all the usernames in one Excel sheet, and I will call the Excel sheet from the program. Okay.
Yes.
That is the use of scripting.
Yeah, you are right.
Data-driven testing I cannot do in recorded playback.
Yes. And one more is usually we go for automation. Yeah, usually we'll go for automation when there is no changes only, right? Because if there is a changes in the future, and we have to maintain every time our script whatever we have written. So instead of that, what we can do is, I mean to say, that's the reason we are not at all going for manual automation testing. If there is a situation like this, and we go for manual testing only, right?
If you are expecting lots of changes, lot of times, then don't go for automation.
Okay.
If you are expecting changes will they are common for any application. Changes are common, but let's say in 6 months time only 3-4 times you are expecting changes.
Okay.
Then it is waste.
Then again, maintenance
2
cost
times
will
in a
be
year,
increased. Yeah.
then that is okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Because every time you are expecting changes, every time you have to change your automation test cases. Your manual test cases you change, you have to retest. Based on that, your automation test cases also you want to change, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So you will spend a lot of time when you do automation. Whatever automation time you spend, if you're able to run that on a lot of application modules, only then that time saving is seen. The cost saving is also seen. Otherwise, it is waste of time, waste of money also.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So you understood what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understood.
This recording playback. What is the need for recording playback? You understood?
Yes, I understood.
So Amit, are you able to what I'm trying to say? Whenever you have any problem, just ping me. Fifty offers I have. Whether they are working correctly or not, I have to test. Tomorrow is Sankranti or Dashera. Okay. So because of Dasara or Sankranti, I will increase the number of offers on the page. I'll make 100 offers, 200 offers. So if I do recording, 50 offers day, whatever script I recorded, that will not work for 100 offers, 200 offers. Isn't it?
Yes.
Moreover, clicking on 100 links to record is a very difficult job. 100 links I have to check wherever they are. I have to click and record all of them. Further, even though I am doing that, whenever I have more offers, it's not working. Then 2 days after the festival, all offers are gone. Again, I have 200 links that I recorded. Those links are not present on the page. Again, that script will not work. Waste.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all such things can be avoided if you have a script. Okay, if I write one script which has some 35 lines of code maximum, it will work for all the links, whether they're working today, tomorrow. Today I have 50, tomorrow 100, 200, how many ever links I have, it will work on all the links. Click on them and test whether they are working correctly or not. So dynamically changing application, some context like this is very important if you have to do scripting or writing a program. Any doubt at this point?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, fine. That is the difference between recorded playback and scripting and the IDE and WebDriver part. Then Selenium Grid. You heard, I think you never heard of distributed testing. Distributed testing is like I will distribute my test cases which I have to run at a time on different things. For example, tomorrow I have to give the build for releasing. I should say that I have tested the build and I have to give it for releasing. And today evening I have some doubt and I want to run 200 test cases. Let's say I'm a lead or I'm a test manager. I see the report and I feel skeptical about one of the modules which has 200 test cases, and I will ask somebody to run those 200 test cases or 2000 test cases. In one system, if that all those test cases are run, one test case takes 3 minutes, 600 minutes are required, which means 10 hours are required. Instead, if I can distribute those 200 or 2000 test cases into 10 systems and I can run, then it is easy, isn't it?
Yes. And
So
how they are
what
going
is
to share with that? Like, what we can say? There are 2000 test cases, right? All are configured in one machine.
yeah, all
If I
the
want to
test
run
cases
other, yeah, if I want to run other test cases in another machine, means I have to configure there also, right? Is it like that, or is there any other
no,
way to be done?
I should just have Selenium software in that system. If I have all
Okay,
those systems in network, I can just give the IP
okay,
address of the other system and I can run that.
okay, that's fine.
I can distribute those test cases. 200,
Okay,
200, 200 or 10, 20, 20 into one system. Single person
okay,
is enough running all those test cases in different systems.
okay, okay.
Okay, there is one component is where one person can distribute onto different systems and run. The other aspect is you can in your own system you have different port numbers, port 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, like that. You have different port numbers. In those different port numbers, you can run different. Instead of IP address of different systems, on different port numbers of your system, you can run different test cases. So on 4444, I'll run one test case. On 5555, I run one. 5556, I run one test case. I can run like that, but it will slow down the system. Still, I can run like that. One other major factor is in one port number I can run Internet Explorer. In one I can run Chrome. In the other one I can run Firefox. You want to understand?
Yes, yes.
So in the same system, I can run same test case in different browsers, which will be cross-browser testing. On different browsers, I am testing my application. Cross-browser testing. On same browser, I can run different test cases. That's one. That's the wish. If you're skeptical about whether they're running correctly or not.
Yeah.
Fine. So you're distributing your test cases onto different ports or different browsers or different systems and running those test cases. This concept is not found in any other applications, softwares. You can see it only in Selenium,
Yeah.
specifically using it. Okay, so that's the
Yes.
different components of Selenium and advantages and disadvantages of using Selenium over the other commercial tool in the market. So the course content covers the description of Selenium IDE, and we will majorly look at how to write programs, because that is most important and that is what is required in the market.
Correct.
Then we will grid is very least. We don't need that much. Still, I'll cover that, how to do the configurations, how to write the programs for grid. I'll also take you through the basic core Java. Okay, whatever is required. Java is very vast and you cannot cover the whole. Whatever is required for
Yeah.
our Selenium context, I'll teach you that.
Yeah.
So the content will go about 30 to 35 hours maximum. It's not like I limited. I don't. If you are able to grasp it within 25 hours, I'll do it that way. And I can extend for extra programming. It's not like
Okay.
I stick to. Okay, you are not able to learn within 30 years, so still you have to be with that only. I'm not with that commercially. If you are not able to do it within 30 years, I'll extend 5 more hours. Still not able to 3 4 hours more like that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's about the demo. If you whatever your feedback is, you can it, and whatever you want to, everything else you can speak with organizer and get back. Okay.
Yeah.
Timings,
Thank you.
I'm available early in the mornings from 6:30. 6:30 to 8:30 I'm available. Then in the evening after 9 I'm available.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you then. Bye.
Thank you.